Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through my real life Sunday reset routine that is basically helping me stay on track with my weekly goals, my budget, and my peace of mind. So, without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive on into episode one of what I do on Sundays to avoid the Monday chaos. So, first up for me is all about meal planning and preparation. And quite frankly, the reason why is because on Sundays between 9 a.m. and about 9:30, 9:45, the local grocery store that I frequent, which is a Food Lion, this is the time that the butcher goes through all of the meat products and they actually do their special markdowns. The butcher, he loves to do this because he's like, hey, this is the one time of the week that he's able to come outside from the back and he feels like that he gets to play Robin Hood. So once I found this out, well, now on Sundays around this time, when I need meat, this is now when I go to the grocery store to get my meat. And so again, I'm shopping during these special manager special hours. I sit and I talk with the workers. I get their recommendations. And then like the next week, or maybe, if I don't see them for a couple of weeks, but when I see them again, I will give them honest feedback on whatever I picked up because, quite frankly, before I started shopping this way, um, I probably got into a habit of like picking up certain things from certain um, grocery stores. And so now I'm actually starting to. Uh, expand my horizon and try new things because of these particular markdowns. An 8 pack of pork chops for 5.26. I got some bacon cheddar burgers for 4.79. I got a pound of meat for 4.64. I got some garlic, um, herb, and lemon pork loin for 5.99. I got some pork shoulder roast, which is the sweet and smoky barbecue for 4.19. I got a different set of burger patties for 4.79, and I got some steak for $3.50. Look at all of this meat. And so all of that meat that I got was actually just under $44. It was like $43.43. And so basically that's enough meat that's going to cover me for 2 weeks. I talked with my husband to see what he was going to want for lunch and dinner. And so we're going to use the pork chops. And again, that cost $5.26. Then we are also going to try these bacon cheddar um, burgers. So we've never had those before. That was $4.79. And then I am going to use the ground meat for tacos. So that was a whopping $4.64. And then I am going to use one of the roasted garlic and herb pork loin. And so that was $5.99. And so when we do the sum of that, so basically our meat for the week, that's going to basically end up giving us 9 meals. It's going to take care of 5 dinners and 4 lunches. That was a whopping $20.68. And so the reason why I'm only counting for 4 lunches is because actually, as you see over here, for our dine out plans, we do have T-Mobile. So we participate in T-Mobile Tuesdays, and last T-Mobile Tuesday there was a coupon for Cracker Barrel, where you could pick two different items or two different entrees. It's either the chicken strips or the burger. You get that for free if you purchase at least $10. And so we used my coupon last week for an early dinner. And so we already have plans to go out to lunch on Monday. And obviously with we'll get drinks. We'll pay for my food because we'll be using my husband's coupon. And then obviously the tip, so that'll cost about $20 for us to dine out. So see how it's very interesting, even though we're using a coupon and we're going to be dining out, and of course this does include a tip as well. Just for that one meal, when we're going to go out, it's going to cost us about $20. And that's okay, because sometimes it's nice to just kind of go out and have a little break. We do have a dine out fund, but again, this is one meal for $20 versus what's gonna sustain us for 9 meals. That's $20 as well. So again, that's just the shopping. So that's basically how I'm breaking up our food for this first week. And then stuff that we already had um, in our pantry that we're going to use as vegetables or sides. So we have two potatoes um, that I will cut up and make into fries. So that way, when we do um, our burgers, we're going to have burgers and fries. And then again for the taco, so I guess actually maybe I should do this to kind of like set it up for each meat. So for the tacos, of course, I've got lettuce, I've got cheese. So basically, I'll just be making like tacos with this. And then with the pork chops, we do have some glory greens that we're going to use for this, and also some rice. And then with the roasted garlic and herb with the pork loin, I forgot. Oh, I'm gonna roast some carrots. I'm gonna roast some carrots with this. So anyhow, that is now our meal plan and for the entire week. Okay, so now that I know what me and my family are going to be eating for the week, I am someone who takes medication, so I need to go ahead and get my meds organized. And, um, you know, it's so important for you to just be real with yourself because I I I don't know at what age it was, but it was like within the past 1 or 2 years. There would be some times where I would kind of forget like whether or not I took a pill. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just get an organizer. I don't care how old or how young I am. I'm just gonna get an organizer so that way I don't have to worry about this anymore. Okay, so now that I have the meals done, I've got my meds all taken care of. Now it's time for me to just kind of spend like 5 or 10 minutes max thinking about what kind of money stuff do I have coming up for the week. And so for this week, it just so happens that it is my biweekly pay week. So I will be getting a direct deposit. Usually, I get access to my funds with my bank. I get access to my funds a couple of days in advance. So usually that's on a Wednesday for my Friday pay. But since this week, Good Friday is a bank holiday, I don't know if that means I'll have access to my money on Tuesday, or will it still be Wednesday? But either way, like I said, I'm already used to this. So of course, because this is a pay week, then that means I already know, okay, I need to be prepared to do my biweekly budget, update. And then also because I did um, make some changes to my budget. I'm not going to really go into those type of details right now, but in preparation for Transfer Tuesday, then I already know, okay, well, for one, I've got, I'm now going to be hyper focused on paying off my student loan. And then, of course, I do still have the 100 envelope challenge. And then, last but not least, I round out what I've done this Sunday, just making sure that I still show myself some mental health love. So I have already looked at the weather predictions for this week. Now I understand sometimes the forecaster doesn't get it quite right. Mother Nature is going to do, what she wants to do. But at least for right now, it's seeming like that, this next week is going to be really nice weather-wise. And so, yeah, I fully plan on getting outdoors every day this week to really seize that moment. And then the other item that I'm going to be focusing on is decluttering. I do have a line item in the budget where we are paying about $120 a month for a storage unit. And so now Thursdays are going to be deemed throwaway Thursdays. Where we're really going to focus on going through these items that have been in storage for years to really figure out what are we going to keep, what are we going to donate, what are we going to throw away, or what are we going to sell. And so there you have it. This is what I'm doing with my setup Sundays. So this is what I'm doing on Sundays to avoid, the Monday chaos and to, hopefully put us in the best position that we can as we get ready for the next week. So hope you enjoyed this episode and that you will go ahead and join us, on this journey as well.